Welcome to the space of NFT PowerUp. Compete for blue chip NFTs, cash prizes, and more on NFT PowerUp's trivia platform. The space will begin shortly. While you wait, join the back-channel discussion on Discord. Join us every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time for commentary on the latest Web3 news and to win big with NFT PowerUp's trivia gaming platform, nftpowerup.io. The space will begin shortly. Please repost the space now to bring in more of our AI and Web3 friends. Welcome to NFT PowerUp. Compete for blue chip NFTs, cash prizes, and more on NFT PowerUp's trivia platform. The space will begin shortly.
Hello.
Yo, GM,
How's
amen.
everybody doing?
Awesome. We're doing great. How about you?
I wanted to be on the space ready, but there were so many WhatsApp messages and emails and calls and walk-ins. Even I'm just about to start. Somebody walked in. It was 29. 1 minute meeting. It's like, can you review this? I was like, I'm already super late. So hello.
Yeah, it's always the last minute things that put someone off. But I mean, we're live. We kicked this off. So I want to say a big hi to all the listeners. I want to say a big hi also to CryptoJests, who we have the two founders. We have Fethi, we have Snauf. How's it going, guys?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Awesome. Good to have you here. So we should.
Are we saying your name correctly?
Yeah, you're saying it correctly. It's Fethi.
Fethi. Okay, and Snauf also, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right.
Awesome, guys.
Thanks for having us again, guys.
We didn't get that, Snauf.
I said thanks again for having us.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Good having us.
We should be having also the Gamma with us. Hopefully they'll be joining soon, but we'll kick things off and we're going to dive right into it, guys. So you might have heard that some news came out of Elon's end and more specifically Neuralink.
Elon news? He's so quiet. No. There's nothing around him. Are you sure? Are you sure about the news?
Yeah, that might be someone else, but I'm pretty sure Elon has always news coming up, whether it's Tesla, whether it's SpaceX, whether it's X. And now we're talking about Neuralink, and more specifically, he announced that the first patient who got the implant is recovering well. So we know that last September...
No drama?
There's no drama. He basically just tweeted that out, and a lot of people are speculating how much time that the recovery will take. Are there any problems with the recovery? But what basically happened is they got the approval from the FDA to... try or to start basically with human testing, and that's what they did. And he just announced that the first patient is recovering fully.
Sounds so weird when you say human testing.
Yeah, it is weird because when you think about it, Ayman, they in order for them to convince the FDA that please let us test this on humans because that's our goal, they needed first to show them the evidence of how this actually works on animals first. So they tried that on a pig, they tried that on an ape, And I don't know if you guys are familiar with that 2021 video of an ape that's playing these back and forth. He's playing a computer game. So these were the early days, but now the first trial on a human has been kicked off, and the guy is in recovery. So to give a bit of context about Neuralink, so it was founded in 2016 by Elon Musk, and basically it focuses on developing this new technology that creates a connection between the human brain and computers. So basically what that means is that they want your thoughts. Basically, they want your thoughts to control things. That's what they say it is. I don't know if it has any more than that, if it can read your brain or not. But basically, they're aiming this at people who need it most. More specifically, they want to treat paralysis. They want to treat people with ALS, and that's their target, basically.
There was a movie based on a book called Circle, if you've seen that or read that. A lot of this has to do with reading your mind, and whatever you're doing with your mind, you'd express it and your inner thoughts and things like this. So we're getting there. The sci-fi part of our life is real.
Yeah, it is definitely real because we've always seen this in movies where chips get implanted into your brains, but now it's actually happening. And just to explain what happens, they plug this chip into your brain, and the part of the brain that's responsible for giving orders of movement in the body. So then this chip collects these signals, basically these neural signals that are transmitted to your limbs, for example, if you can't move your limbs, and then it transmits them to an app. This app translates the intention of a human. So this is the basic, this is the simplest form of what they want to do. They want to treat people who can't have access to their limbs. They want to treat people maybe who have paralysis or so on. And it's a fascinating technology. If you think about it, it will be a breakthrough in the medical field. But I'm getting a hard time imagining Elon in the medical field. The guy is so tech focused, and this is such a medical driven thing. So how do you feel about that, Ayman?
I was in a conference once, and one of the audience members, one of the speakers asked everyone, to show a raise of hands of how many people are okay having an implant under their skin and their body, and a good portion of people's hands went up. And I'd want to ask you and our guests: would you get an implant? And that implant, supposedly, you can control TVs. Some of your thoughts would be created on the computer with thoughts of it would write certain thoughts that you have and whatever it is. Would you?
Absolutely not. there is nothing, like there is no way on earth I'll allow something like that to happen. I mean, what your level of trust in the person putting that in and your level of trust in the product has got to be religious at that point. We were all terrified about taking a COVID shot, which was a little bit of liquid. And now you want to put a chip in me to connect to my brain? I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah, I feel that. And just to add on that, it's not actually, to make it even more scary, it's not actually a human performing this. It's a robot that actually performs operation. It's a robot that performs the operation.
Look what is happening.
Yeah, it is.
It has some advantages. I mean, if you were born blind, and then you can regain sight by using that, I definitely get it.
Yeah, definitely. I can see the benefits, and this is basically what they're aiming for. They want to help people who can't have access to, for example, some of their sensory organs, some of their what their guy maybe is trying different layouts. So yeah.
No, that's me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ayman. So I can definitely see the use case there, but it is scary given that it's a new technology. But I was amazed at the size of it. I would have thought it's like this tiniest chip that is never to be seen, but it actually is not. It's like a dime-sized chip with a bit of thickness that sticks out of your head. So it's not embedded into your skin. It sticks out of your head, and it has a part that attaches to your brain, which is which is pretty scary if you're thinking about it.
The look. So it not only does it make you robotic, it gives you the robotic look as well. So I mean, it's 2 in 1. I do think though that in the future that's going to be the size of a rice grain. I'm pretty sure they'll keep working on that. And just to add to my previous comment, given I would never do it personally, and I'm personally terrified of that, I still see a whole lot of usefulness to this. Like we said, people in need, people with whatever, diseases or handicaps that they can help in this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be phenomenal. I mean, this is the future. AI is the future in every single aspect, but it is scary seeing it in the medical field, and it is scary seeing it in that aspect.
Yeah, 100%. And we're yet to see what are the drawbacks, what are the side effects of this implementation on a human after they fully recover, maybe after they do some testing. Web3 guy, what do you think are some problems that Neuralink and this chip specifically would face?
Death, paralysis, lack of vision, loss of vision, something along those lines.
Maybe these are some side effects that everyone would be scared to have. But as I read, there's mainly 4 concerns. One, the safety. So after all, you're connecting a computer to your brain. So I don't know about that. The second is ethical concerns. So can they access your thoughts? So they say by your thoughts, you can control your phone. So after all, your thoughts are connected to this chip. So someone might be able to see your thoughts. Third one is the acceptance. So as Ayman mentioned at their event, there was a lot of people who raised their hands. So I think we will overcome the acceptance. And lastly, it's the development and control. So what if this chip lags? So your whole body freezes or what? So I don't know about that.
Yeah, what's amazing is that but following up on Ayman's comment where he was at the conference, the social acceptance bit I would have assumed is like 0.00%, and apparently not, given the sample size that you told us about, Ayman. But they're not targeting these people yet. They're targeting people. They're specific about who they're targeting. They're targeting people who are above 22 years old, who have had surgery, who have had brain surgery that has to do with any of their limbs not working anymore, and who have passed 1 year following their surgery. So these, at least for the testing trials, these are the people who are they're following after. But maybe later on, could we see this as a mainstream chip that anyone, just like they get like Botox, they can just get, or not Botox, maybe they can plastic surgery, they can get this type of implant in their head? Do you see this as a mainstream thing, like 15 years?
Well, I'm looking at the reaction from Fatih and Snof, and we're all in the tech field and we're comfortable with tech in general. So if they're uncomfortable with it, if I want to extrapolate that with the average people, I don't know. I mean, it depends, but I can see eventual mass adoption, but not now. So the first tier are targeted at medical solutions in a sense, but I think once you have a couple of cool functions, and then we might end up buying them like the same way we're buying smartwatches. We'll see.
Yeah, that might be the case. Eric, thanks for dropping in. We're talking about Neuralink, as you might have sensed. Are you with us, first of all?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Oh, hi.
How do you say your name properly?
It's just Ira, like in Spanish, It's the wind, Ira.
Ira. Okay.
Ira.
Yeah,
Ira, would you?
First name is Maria. Maria Ira. Yeah.
Maria. Okay, so we're gonna go with Maria. Maria, would you get the implant, the Neuralink implant?
I think that I would rather not, because I'm quite satisfied with my brain. So.
Okay. Okay. What about the scenario that we were just talking about? If you were, God forbid, disabled in some way or form, would you then consider it?
Let's go with more things that, for example, Maria, if you're thinking, so your thoughts are written. So like now you have to write a document, tweets, or just whatever you're thinking, it writes it up automatic. Everything's written up automatically on your phone and your computer. Is that an interesting use case for you?
Well, yes, but I think that I would consider it if it would be properly tested first. Like, let's say thousands of people already did it and everything is fine, and the percentage of, I don't know, not successful cases is really low, then maybe I would consider that. But I'm very careful with my health, especially like with doing something like that. So
you're not a late night snacker like I am.
Yeah, no.
Good for you. Good for you. But hey, what about your late night snacking? Are you late night snacker or you're good?
Sorry, could you repeat?
I was asking the other guests. So Maria, you're obviously on the healthy track. I was checking with Snowf and Fathy, who else is on the health track as well, like Maria is. My vice is late night snacking, and it's a combination of sweet and salty.
A late night snack a day keeps the doctor awake. That's my motto.
Was that the motto? I don't recall.
Yes.
But it keeps it keeps the mental, or it keeps the shrink away at least.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
And I like Snow how he said snack. For me, it's like a bunch of, so I label it all as a snack, but they're like 5 or 6 different types.
Yeah, the snack is the duration that you eat for 15 consecutive minutes. That's a snack, basically.
Yeah. Anything after 8 p.m. until midnight when you're watching TV is considered a snack, and it's considered one snack.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't actually count to your calories that you've eaten per day. Only prior to 6 p.m. count.
Wash it down with a little bit of water, and the doctor said it leaks it all away.
100%.
100%. Would disagree, but okay.
All right.
Next
guys,
topic, G.
Yeah, we're hopping on to Disney and what they revealed about the Holotile. What can you tell us?
Okay, so basically, they stole Michael Jackson's idea of moonwalking, but they applied it to everyone. So it's basically an interactive floor made up of like 100 small hexagons or shapes. I don't know if it's an hexagon or square, but yeah. So they are not stable. They move with you. So if your leg's facing downwards, they turn with the direction your leg is facing. And it's basically designed for VR and AR immersive experiences. You stand on it. Let's say you're exploring a metaverse. You stand on it. You can walk. You feel like you're walking, but in reality, you're staying at the same place. So many can jump on this floor. It's not designed for one person. And yeah, it's basically designed for gamers and so on, using the VR headset.
Yeah, I believe this is a crucial step towards having VRs, ARs go mainstream, because a lot of the times I see videos on Instagram of people that are wearing the headset and they just run into their oven and they just break the glass of the oven because they're unaware of the space behind them. So I definitely see the need, not the use case, but the need for this to happen, especially now. I don't know. Did they say, did they say if it's just in testing, or would they be like a public version of this?
Yeah. For now, it's still in demo mode, but from the video demo that they released, it really looks promising.
Yeah.
What I like about it from my side is, if I look at it from business perspective on the from the theme park, so the space it takes is not a big space. So you're standing in one physical location and there's a circle. So you're standing on a circle that moves, and you're exploring a huge world. And so you're walking a lot, you're moving a lot, and so on. But it doesn't consume space. So in the past, they had to build the whole large physical space experience for you to experience the whole thing as you ride through, in a sense. Here, you're still standing statically where you are as you walk through. So you're still walking, you're still covering a large distance, but it's not. It's only occupying. So it's like a treadmill. It's a treadmill where you're standing still, and it's moving, and it has an experience with it. Plus, I feel it has because all of the theme parks they've been trying to do for a long time where they blow wind at you, they spray some water at you, they shake they move the chair or so on. So this is a little bit of a something in that direction, but with a VR aspect of that. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what the work equivalent of that would be. I think it's more of, it could be training. I'm thinking it could be a training aspect if you need to train people to people who are in physical jobs like security guards or just something that requires physical training, not the knowledge workers part. I don't think it's. I'm not sure yet about that. Applying that.
I thought about it. Maybe schools and universities can use it to train their teachers, like the fire drill. So everyone had a fire drill at some point. We used to run and so on. So maybe they can use it to train them on such cases.
Yeah, I mean, once we're all wearing these headsets, I think a public version of this would then already be ready for sale, and we'd have this just plug and play. It's like almost like a mat type of thing that you throw on some space at your house. I'm not sure if there would be any restriction or cautious hazards for having this in like maybe tight spaces, given that you're still walking the same place. But I would love for them to also include you mentioned, Ayman, immersiveness, like being immersed even more via a game where if you're walking on grass, you feel like it's a bit slippery more than if you're walking, let's say, on a rough surface like concrete. If you're in like sludge or soil or whatever, that this texture would change. Yeah, you just pulled it up. And two people can fit on it, but they're walking at extreme ends of the tile. I would imagine, at least myself, I wouldn't want anyone near me when I'm using it because I might run into them or knock them over. But it's definitely a cool device that is promising for VR and AR headsets.
The foot space is small, so I think that would work well for. So they can in one space they can fit a lot of people in. So
Yeah.
But it's still under research, right? So they label them as research. So it's still a proof of concept in a sense. They won't roll it out commercially yet, but it's enough. It's enough for a demo.
Yeah. Super cool concept. Super cool. So yeah, anyone want to add anything on this before we move on? So
well,
guys,
this you try versus the chip in your head.
Yeah, this you definitely try. And by the way, retail for the what was it? The Apple Vision Pro just went live, and maybe just in time where they announced this. So Disney and Apple. Oh, but by the way, maybe Disney could have had any collaboration with Apple for this, because I was watching a few demo videos of the Vision Pro in action. And the only app that's pre-installed on it is Disney Plus. So they already have their collaboration with the Vision Pro. There's no Netflix. YouTube already decided that it's not worth the effort, that not a lot of users would be using it. So they're not developing any apps within, not Netflix, not YouTube. They're not developing any apps in the Vision Pro, but you can still access all the content via Safari, the browser in Vision Pro. But yeah, kind of a timely announcement by Disney. So guys, we're moving on to Visa and Transact collaboration. So, Ayman, this is where I want to get your input on things because we know a few options to off-ramp crypto into fiat. And these are usually sophisticated options, maybe limited to a lot of people. So if I were to ask you, what would be now the way for you or for any consumer to off-ramp crypto, what would it be?
Meeting the guy at the coffee shop, and he would give you cash in a shady bag.
Oh, the shady way. Okay, the shady way.
Yes.
That would have been my answer.
Let me see the guests. What experience have you had off-ramping? Was it as shady as the one I described, or shadier?
I think what you described sounds accurate from my experience. To be quite honest, without getting too much tax liability, slap. Especially where I live, we tend to have a very high tax bracket, so you got to get creative when it comes to withdrawing your money out.
I love the word creative. I love it.
Yeah, try to stay legal-ish.
Yep. Yeah, it's within legal boundaries. Maria, what about you? Any experience off-ramping crypto?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
2025 bull market is the time.
Uh,
You said 25?
Yeah.
We still have a good year to go, MG. We still have time for a bull run. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah,
Manifest.
we're building up. We're building up to it, Ayman. We're building up to it, Ayman. We're building
Yes,
up.
yes. Fathi, so is it 24 or 25 the bull run for you, in your perspective?
Not sure he's going to be able to take that. I think
Yeah,
he's in
I-
the office right now.
I think Fathi's working.
Maria has thoughts on the bull run. We're in the bull run, right, Maria? This is where I stand psychologically. It's called denial.
well, I expect bull run, but crypto is like you never know what's gonna happen.
Yep. You never know. So Visa, they announced a collaboration with Transact, and now anyone in 140 countries where Visa Direct is accepted, they can off-ramp their crypto. And this is basically accepted through a lot of 350 plus wallets. So MetaMask is a wallet that is supported. So for example, if you have money in MetaMask, you can just off-ramp them via Visa Direct, and then you can expect them to be in your bank. And this will definitely need some integration on Visa's end with the banking sector or whatever bank you're working with to off-ramp those fiat too. But I would assume it shouldn't be complicated, because the main goal of this collaboration is to help reduce the delays that it takes off-ramping crypto. So I know that you can off-ramp crypto through an exchange by connecting it, and then you do a transfer and so on. But they're saying that these take time. These need approval. And what you can do with Transact is that within 30 minutes, you can have your crypto turned into fiat. And I think it's a crucial step towards maturing this space. If you want to go into a position, then you want to get out, maybe you want to turn your crypto into fiat, this is the way to go. So I think this is something good in order to have more adoption, more maturity in the space. And it bridges a gap that's been bottlenecked for a whole while. So to avoid these shady meetups at the coffee shop, Visa is here to help us. Visa and Transact is here to help us.
So they
guys,
offered it to a card or to the bank account? I'm reading a little bit more about this now. So how do you know?
I'm not clear about the mechanism, because they just announced it yesterday, and not a lot of information is available till now. They may, if they don't want to include it to your bank account, then directly to your card. If you have a account set up with Visa Direct, you can off-ramp them there, and then you will take them, I'm pretty sure, from an ATM or from a bank. That's what I would think.
As I understood, it's directly to a debit card by Visa. So basically, yeah, I think it will be to some kind of bank account, the account behind the Visa, the debit card.
And you still have to fully KYC, which makes sense.
Yeah. You do have to KYC, and Transact is handling the KYC and the AML bit. So they're allowing this through Visa by KYC.
I don't think off-ramping will be simple. I think it's going to take years, and depending on the city that you're in or so on, it's going to take easily 7, right? So I think within 3 for off-ramping to be, casually done via your bank account, easy. Because if you're looking at financial institutions, they're super, super, super slow. So even if Visa gives them this technology, and even if there's an easier KYC part, they still want to go through the whole process of, there's the anti-money laundering, there's their own KYC. Crypto also has a bit of a stigma. It's gonna take a while, and it's on a country by country basis, and even on a bank bank basis.
Yeah. So then you would need the approval of the bank to use this kind of feature. I mean, if it's available but no bank accepts it, then basically it's useless. So if you're going to get your money, you would need banks on board with that. And hopefully that will be the case.
Zuz, hi. Thank you for dropping in and for your comment. Zuz has a lot of a background in terms of tech and content, and he was giving an earlier comment about the Vision Pro. Doesn't look like he's very happy with it. So, but thanks, Zeus, for dropping by and saying hi.
Thanks for your comment, Zeus. Guys, we're going to move to the second part of today's space, which is the AMA with our guests. We're starting off with CryptoJets. So, Snoff, take a few minutes. Tell us about CryptoJets, what the project's about. Give us your 1 to 2 minute pitch, and then we can dive into the questions.
Hey guys, so I'll start and Snowfall will take over. Is that okay?
All right, yeah, sure thing. I thought you were missing in action, Fatih.
Yeah, I was. Sorry, I'm actually doing my IRL job at the same time, but I'm gonna go ahead and. So yeah,
we still need those stupid IRL jobs. Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
From now,
sorry guys, it might be a bit noisy, but yeah, I'll go ahead and start, and Snowfall will take over. So basically, CryptoJets Club is a digital membership club. It consists of 7,777 private jet NFTs, which are 3D, and they are AR compatible. So you can, blow up your jet on the phone to actual real size, go inside the interior, check out the exterior. So we have 3 categories. We have heavy jets, we have medium-sized jets, and light jets. So you have jumbo jet 747. Some of them have stuff like billiard tables, bowling alleys, and they're all unique with different livery and different interiors. And for our holders, basically, that are going to buy these NFTs, we're going to have different utility. So to start out with, people can do custom quotes, personalized quotes. The most important one's empty legs. So you get, I'm not sure if everyone knows what empty legs are. Basically, they're one-way flights that are 70% off on private jets for the whole jet. So normally when a jet's going from point A to point B, it comes back empty, and companies want to fill in that space. So you get very good deals on that, and you get concierge services, different stuff like fine dining, chauffeur services, and whatnot. And for our biggest one is we're building a Web3 booking platform that basically accepts crypto. And that has many advantages, such as faster transactions and less fees and whatnot. And yeah, that's basically a bubble of what CryptoJets Club is. I'll let Saman take it from there.
So who's your audience on this? Who needs those free leg jets? Those available jet legs to do that.
I'll take that, Ayman, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Awesome. So, you guys are very aware. We were just talking about the offloading your crypto into real life. It's a massive issue. It's an adaptation issue. There's plenty of users in Web3 that have made, a tons of money, and money is just stuck in crypto, right? We wanted to offer a chance for people to experience luxury travel, but by giving them a means where the average Joe can attain it. So our target audience, obviously, this would, at a first glance, would appeal to high net worth individuals and people that tend to travel in luxury. But our goal here is to bring that high luxury travel and services and concierge services and be able to give them to the average Web3 user using his own crypto and whatever gains he did in whatever crypto coin he's holding. That's the main goal behind it. I have personally never been on a jet, a private jet before, right? Thinking about taking a private jet, you wouldn't even consider it thinking about the cost. Getting an NFT that we're doing, using the services that we offer, and later on our booking platform, you're going to be able to, grab a flight from New York to Detroit, for example, a private jet. You can get the whole jet for under $6K. So it makes it very affordable. It gives a whole luxury appeal to the crypto world, and it shows people that we are adapting more and more to Web 2 and to real life by allowing more use cases to the crypto that you earn. This goes hand in hand with Visa's announcement, let's say to allow people to offboard. We're seeing mass adoption, all over the world when it comes to crypto, especially with the Bitcoin ETF, especially with all the coins that are dropping now. Tons of liquidity is flowing into the market. We are far from a bull run, I would say, but we're definitely priming ourselves up for, economic recovery, I would say. And more money is going to flow into crypto. more and more of your average Joes are going to turn into slightly high net worth individuals. And we just want to introduce them to that lifestyle and cater to their needs.
So they need to buy they usually need to buy an NFT to have access to pay the reduced fee for the jet, correct?
Correct. They need to have the NFT to have access to that, plus, all the other features that are offered.
And the reason you're able to make it more affordable
Yeah.
is because you're using free, so unused legs.
That's correct. Go ahead,
So
Fatih.
for the empty legs, basically, let's say you're chartering a private jet that's a light jet, and it's not too far away. Let's say 1 hour of air travel time, and let's say it has 6 to 7 seats. So you would be getting it at a cheap price divided by 7 seats. If you wanted to get your friends, that would be probably cheaper than a business ticket.
But how is that cheaper for you? Because my understanding is that the jets are idle. Because usually with commercial flights, if the plane is flying anyway and they have empty seats, they might as well reduce their costs to fill those seats, for example. But
Yeah.
in your case, the private jet is idle, so it's triggered by you giving them a booking. So how is the cost reduced?
So basically, the empty leg, as I was explaining, the empty leg is when an actual jet, let's say there's some businessmen going from New York to Montreal, for example. So when they actually arrive to Montreal, the jet has to come back to its home base and then it'll become idle. On the way of it coming back, that's basically what the empty leg is, which is up to 70% off.
Okay, that's the requirement going back to home base is that part.
Yeah, so I meant
Exactly.
to simplify this further. It is the way back. A lot of these private jets fly one-way directions, so it is to fill the way back. And the way we're able to make this feasible is because we did partner with, one of the top brokers in the world for private jets when it comes to booking and all that. So we do have an in real life partner offering us these services, and that's where the magnitude of this service comes from.
And another example I wanted to add for the Web3 booking platform. So when you use crypto, normally today when people actually charter a jet, rich people, they use either a bank transfer or a Visa card to reserve the jet. So through the booking platform, basically the transaction would be almost instantaneously and the fees are way less. So when you pay by Visa, you're looking at around probably 2 to 3%. And paying with crypto is obviously way cheaper. So these are just advantages.
What got you into this? What problem were you personally solving in your life? I'm just curious to see what was the link to go through the. This is a very particular business with a very particular audience. What was the trigger to go into this space?
For me, honestly, I'm just in love with aviation ever since I was a kid. I love everything about aviation, private jets, big commercial airplanes. And, I've been in the NFT space for around 3 years now. So after joining all these projects and whatnot, I came to a conclusion of starting this basically as a side hustle, side project. And yeah, that's how it started. It's been like 2 years in the making.
Okay, and so what's the status today? Did you guys mint? So I'm assuming the partner's in place because for them they're running the business anyway. You are one of their sources for channels. So once you have a reliable partner, I think that operational part is done. So what about the minting? What about the other aspects? What's done? What's ready? What's next?
Yeah, so our assets are basically ready. Our partnerships are ready. We're in the phase of just marketing and gathering people onto the Discord. And we're looking probably to mint a month from now. Around a month
So
from
it's
now.
coming up. All
Yeah,
right.
very soon.
All right. So before we move on to Maria, what important dates do you want to share and Discord do you want to share? And Web3 guy, if you can then bring that up on the video, or if they have a tweet to pin as well, let's do that.
So I will just say, follow our Twitter account, join the Discord. There's tons of prizes going out. There's ETH money prizes, whitelist, and OG. And I would just say, as an important date, stay tuned. We've got one heck of a podcast with one of the greatest, gurus when it comes to private jets and selling them and booking them and anything related to them. With an audience of over 1 million viewers, he's definitely primed to take us to the next step. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be sharing more and more information as that gets closer.
Okay, so you're going to be guests on his podcast, right?
We're partnering up to do. Yeah, he does feature his own podcasts, and call it be guests on his or create one together. But we are going to be doing an AMA / podcast session.
Oh, excellent. Very good. Thank you for sharing that. Maria.
Yes.
Hi, we'd like to know more about you and your project.
Yeah, so I'm currently a chief marketing officer at the Gamma app. The Gamma is a crypto travel app for travelers and those who are looking for not popular but very trusted places. So it's kind of like TripAdvisor, I would say, but not for popular places, for some really hidden ones, the ones that you need to look for, you need to ask local people for. So it's not the first line restaurants, but some restaurants, in the yard that you need to look for and where the food is really great and you can trust it. So we are developing on Arbitrum blockchain. And the business model is that we are preparing our own token to be launched in this April. And currently, what we are doing, we are gaining audience. We are developing our social medias, Twitter, Discord, and we try to attract people who like to travel and also would like to earn by doing some reviews for those unpopular places, but really good ones. And also, we in our business model, we have an option where businesses can create their restaurants, right? And also pay to people for the reviews using our own token. And also this way, we want regular people to give their impact to those businesses who don't have big marketing budgets. They can't buy banners, some expensive for advertisement, but they do their business really good. So for this reason, we want these businesses to be able to be added to our app so that they could motivate and encourage people to create reviews about them.
So help me understand the main business before we go into the tokenization and all of that. So you're saying you look at travel, right? So you look at travel
Yes.
travel cases. So what's the typical scenario? Is it in the streets of Rome? There are these restaurants and this performance and this engagement here and there. So it's you plan it ahead and a group of people join. Walk me through that travel bit, please.
Basically, if you like to travel or you travel a lot, we consider that you will know and learn about our application through Instagram, Discord, Twitter, whatever. You will just learn about us. Like any other app that was created to help travelers with whatever they need help with. So we expect people to learn about us, to download our app. And once you have this plan in your head to go somewhere, let's say it's Rome, you go to our app and you can actually search for some good places beforehand. So you already know where to have dinner, where to go for attraction, where to find some places for good pictures. So you already know it. You don't go to this, I don't remember the name, the most popular fountain in Rome. And you go to some another good places. Or if it's a popular place, what we do inside our app, we add information about price tickets, about what is the best time to go there. For example, this fountain, right, the most popular, it's usually crowded. And our app will tell you what time to go there to take good pictures. So this is the idea.
You mentioned TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor has their own and user reviews and things like this. So I'm just trying to. Is this specifically? I'm just trying to understand the use case for this. Is this specifically attracting folks who are in Web3 who want something a little bit more dedicated to them, or what's the travel gap? That travel gap, because I want to go more into your Web3 side, but the travel gap that you're filling is I'd like a little bit more details on that, please.
Yeah, so we want everyone who's traveling, of course, to try Web3, right? We have this idea of giving to people this mass adoption option with our app. So it looks very simple. I think that, many people do travelings and many people discover some travel apps. So our idea is to give a simple way for people to be onboarded in Web3 as well, and also to give them opportunity to earn crypto by doing simple things like writing reviews for hidden, unpopular places. And if we are comparing it to TripAdvisor, we are focusing on some hidden, unpopular places. So the places that you usually don't see, you don't know about, and we actually currently hiring. First, we're hiring people to find these places, and second, we encourage our followers currently to create this content for those hidden and unpopular places.
All right. So you're looking for the hidden path, that particular niche, not the fountain, not the famous fountain.
Yeah, correct.
All right.
Yeah.
And so let's go into the Web3 part. People to participate, they need to buy an NFT. You mentioned there's a token later. Walk us through that.
Yeah, actually, currently there are two ways actually to get our token. First is to be in a waiting list. We have a white list for early token sale for those who test our application, who help us to improve our product. We have a little Telegram chat for those who are testing right now. And second way is just to wait till the token is being listed in April, and so using our token, people could first unlock some special features inside the app. Second, they can actually earn just by exchanging the token later on exchanges. And for businesses, as I mentioned before, there is an opportunity to motivate people to write reviews and also get some rewards in our token as well.
All right. What are important dates and accounts you want them to follow?
I would say that it's mostly like April. We're still preparing for token. But I would probably lead people to our social media, to our Twitter account and our Instagram, where we actually currently putting lots of efforts in creating some Instagram reels about unusual places in Dubai, in Europe, and etc. So we are trying to make really cool content, and I would just lead people to our social media because it's quite a long time to wait, right, till April. So many things can happen.
All right. So the funnel is they come in, they engage with you on social or Telegram as well. You mentioned, and then with time, when things are ready in April, you will go ahead and mint and launch. Correct?
Yep. Correct.
Excellent. Thank you, Maria, for sharing with us the story of your the company that you're helping. That you're currently helping.
Thank you for mentioning our account. I can see it, and thank you for inviting as well.
Of course. So, MG, we have the winners next, right?
Yes, we're moving on to winners. Web3 guy, do you have the winners list?
Locked and loaded.
Let's go!
Get ready, everyone. We're about to announce this week's trivia winners. Ready? Here we go. In third place, the winner is
Akiorosa.
In second place, big cheers for
Dr. KG.
And now, the moment of supreme glory. This week's trivia master, the champion of champions, is
Misa.
Thanks to all who played, Be sure to join NFT PowerUp for another thrilling round of trivia. Who knows? You could be our next big winner. Turn on your notifications.
All right.
All right.
Congrats to all the winners, guys. You know what to do. Open a ticket in the Discord and we will assist you. Congratulations once again. Web3 guy, what's the trivia for this week? I know there's an interesting trivia.
Yep. It's about football or soccer, whatever you call it. What
do you call it?
matters is it's for everyone. All you have to do is join in, compete, and win some amazing rewards.
Guys, you heard Web3 guy. It's a super fun topic this week. We're talking about soccer. The questions are super nice. Join in, compete, and you might be one of the top 3 winners. So don't miss it out, guys. Right. That was it for today's episode of Power Up Culture. I want to thank CryptoJets, Snow, Fethi. Thank you guys for joining in and telling us more about CryptoJets. It was a pleasure having you on. Maria as well, thank you for joining and telling us more about Degama. It was also a pleasure having you. Web3 guy, hey man, thanks for being with us, thick and thin. That's it for this time.
All right. Thank
See
you.
you guys next week.
Thank you, guys.
See you next
Join
week.
us again next Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We hope you have enjoyed listening and gained valuable insight into the world of AI and Web3. Until then, keep powering up.